or arresting them or shooting on site or anything would be the solution to this. I really don't know. That's why we are here, and that's why we're looking for people to call us in and tell us exactly what they think about this whole issue, because we cannot say they should flog them. We can't say they should flog them because these people are security agents, and we don't know, they might even go overboard flogging somebody to the extent that maybe the person becomes so they might flog the person to the extent that maybe the person could actually just faint or
something
die,
else
or
happens
something
to
else
the person.
happens to the person, that kind of thing. So a lot of things are behind all these things. We don't really know what exactly they should do, but on our home part, we should also do the best we can to stay in the house, stay indoors, avoid any kind of them say or brutality, something that will come to you and you now be calling or you now be saying things like that.
All right. Well, still on the issue of COVID-19, of course, there's been lots and lots of complaints when it comes to feeding hunger, people complaining of not having enough to eat, people not having funds to purchase meal. And even if you have the cash or the money to purchase meal, how can you assess this food stuff? A lot of complaint. But in regard to that particular one, in the midst of all that is, some persons are still eating like they are eating Christmas meals. The aide to Akwa Ibom state governor, his aide, he said that while all this is going on, some persons are still eating like gluten. So please, this time is not for people to eat like gluten. It is time for you to manage. Make good use of what you have. He's Samson Akman. He's the media aide to Governor Udom Emmanuel of Akwa Ibom State. Of course, this statement stirred controversy during a program in Uyo, where he said that government says stay at home. Please stay at home. They give you palliative, manage it. Don't eat it as a gluten. Some of you eat carelessly. And like I said, it stirred lots and lots of controversy. So many persons were complaining, and a friend was like, how many palliative do you give to these people? What what do you even give to them that
how do
they would
want to manage? Is it like, okay, maybe we should use the example of River State. We don't exactly know what they are giving them down there, but we know what they are giving people down here. So are you telling me that 2 Indomie and 2 cups of rice, how do I want to manage it? Do I want to be eating 1 seed of rice every day, or I want to be cutting the Indomie into how many pieces before I eat it?
All right. So in light of that, he was asked some questions by Premium Times, and regard to what exactly he meant by telling people not to eat like gluttons and manage what they have. And he said, no, that's not true. People try to politicize, and that is why it was difficult for people to understand Jesus Christ. The issue is not the palliative. I told them, come on, if you get the palliative, just manage it. This is not the time for us to eat like gluttons. It was just an advice. Jesus Christ fasted for 40 days and 40 nights and was able to defeat. Even when Satan said, turn this stone into bread, the man said, no, that man shall not live by bread alone. That this is not the time to punch the governor after all. All that we have even taken in this state is grown in. All that we've taken in this state is grown in the state. Supposing the governor did not have the foresight to put all these rice mills and the rest of them and brought in investors to assist us, how would we have managed the roadblock, the lockdown, to get lorries from other states to bring us food? So what we need is to do is to support the government. Well, he said people were politicizing what he said, but obviously I think he repeated the same thing when he was asked what he meant. People should manage what they have. But of course, where would people, what exactly do they have to manage? Is it 2 sachets of Indomie for a family, or is it 20,000 naira for a family of 12 persons? What can you buy with 20,000 naira? Don't forget the price of things is skyrocketing. The price of gari that was at 400, 500 naira before, a rubber of gari now is 1,500, if not more than. currently, and you are giving people 20,000 naira. How much do they want to manage that particular amount of money? Now, outside the 20,000 naira that most persons haven't been able to access right now, although they're still working on that. Let's go with the palliative being given by state government. We use River State as a case study where people share a tuber of yam. They cut one tuber of yam to 3 places for 3 different families.
Oh, my Lord.
Exactly how do you want to manage palliatives like that? But then, if you look at it, and we don't want to politicize, like he said, they're just politicizing it. It's actually a time for you to manage what you have. Trust me, whether he says it, whether a politician is saying it or not, if you are still eating like a glutton, or you're still eating like today is Christmas because you are home, you need to start thinking twice. You need to manage, if not for yourself. If you think you have more than enough for yourself and for your family, you should start thinking of people around you, because we actually don't know how long this will take, when all this will be over. So mind how you eat.
Well, using an analogy of Jesus is really weird in this circumstance. Really, really weird. So what are you trying to say? Jesus fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. So you're telling people that, of course, you can be like Jesus and fast for 40 days and 40 nights.
If your pastor in church tells you fast for 40 days and 40 nights because Jesus did, would you see that as an issue?
Will I see that? I will see that as an issue.
Okay. All right. Okay, the phone lines are...
How would you tell me to fast for 40 days and 40 nights without no food?
Bolu.
Jesus is a superman. I am, you don't understand. Just say, if he went without eating for 40 days and 40 nights.
Okay,
so
it's actually it's not conspiration, so let's not delve that way. But I know there's some persons that can go 40 days and 40 nights without eating, although it's not really common. But I know some persons can do that. But like I said, we're not doing conspiration, so we'll leave Jesus's issue of not eating for 40 days till Sunday. The numbers are 0817-0000951 or 0810-9510-951. Send a text message or a WhatsApp message to the number 0701-933-9962. But most importantly, I would love to hear from you what you think about security agencies' brutality towards citizens and individuals regards to the lockdown, and what you think about the Akwa Ibom governor's aide when he said people should stop eating like gluttons. Would you want to politicize it like they would say, or you just give your honest opinion or your thoughts? But most importantly, let's hear your eyewitness reports. Would love to know what's going on in your community, because I'm sure we don't get to hear all that is happening around. But since you got to witnesses, you were reliably informed, and you know the report is factual, please share with us on the program. Good evening.
Hello, Buchi.
Welcome.
Hello, Buchi and Bolu. Thank God I'm your first caller. I picked my call today.
It'll be good to hear from
you. Buchi, I'm happy. I'm having more converts who can quote Bible. Well, that's by the side. See, today, let us not be a problem to ourselves. I know God will help us to conquer. A truck was caught loading food as human being, 40-feet container. They load food in the front, while pack human being inside. How can people want to maneuver and meander their way where there is a law of lockdown? After we say police are this or that, they load food at the front, and then human being are inside that 40-feet container to enter from another state to another state. Is that good? Now, also, now and again, I said that security agencies should mind the waterways more. Cliff, farm roads, people are using to outside the state and into the state. For instance, now, I hear that some people offload some cow and use bush to pass those cow pipeline.
Where did all this one happen?
They could not cross the border. They offload those cow before the border, and then use pipeline to bring them in, to the farm road. That's why I said that they would have also called on us park because the police cannot go to those bushes to watch those places that people are using in and outside the state. That's by the way. I also want to say that, as you said earlier, nobody knows when this thing will come to an end. Thank God this is a planting season. We have pear that the one I planted in my compound. We have started bearing fruit. Very soon now, it's time for pear and corn. Government should start planting. Negotiate with people who own land. Give them some little token, clear the land, and plant corn seedlings, plant cassava seedlings. There was a time in my place that the service copper, rather than having a program say school to land, there were surplus beans, surplus cassava. It's not time to seek for palliative alone. Government should plant what you can harvest in the next 6 months. If this will last more than 1 year before the vaccine come or whatever, people can easily fall back to farm, to agriculture, products and feed. Because the thing that I manufacture, like for me, to tell you the truth, if you give me palliative of indomie or whatever, that's not my food. My food is swallow. You know? So I want to say that government should help farmers, give them seedlings, and then also should clear farmland, plant plantain. You get this in last more than 1 year. Then we can have enough.
All right.
Because how long will it be palliative? Thank you.
All right, BLB, thank you so much. Now, I'm sure you're aware that we have a new commissioner of police in River State. And don't forget that the River State government said something about forming a new task force that would man our borders because he was there are allegations that federal government, some sort of a sabotage by federal government to the state. So the River State governor said they were going to set up a task force that will man the borders. But well, the old commissioner is out and we have a new commissioner, and he's saying that the claims made by Governor Nyesom Wike, he actually countered the claims, and that's when Governor Nyesom Wike was accusing security agencies of sabotaging the enforcement of the border closure in River State. So his CP Mukan at his maiden media briefing at the command headquarters on Moscow Road, Port Harcourt, he also exonerated police officers for allegations that they collect bribes to compromise their duty. Okay. So he also assured citizens of River State that there will be zero tolerance for corruption. The CP assured that he shall be focused professional. He shall be focused on a professional, apolitical, and firm in discharging of while discharging his duty. Well, that's what he said. Take a listen to what CP Mukan had to say.
You see, the truth is that it's not only the police that are mining this border. All other agencies are involved. It's a collective duty that we're operating there. And if they are telling you that the police are sabotaging, it's not true. Do your proper investigation and know what actually transpired. No policeman is involved in any case of allowing people to penetrate and come through the borders unauthorized. That's the basic truth. We are making our own efforts. We have enough men on the ground. They are encouraged. We visit them constantly and make sure that they are on the ground. They will brief properly before they go for the border patrols on this job. The IG has frowned at it, and you don't take issues of corruption lightly. A lot of policemen has been dismissed for this.
Okay, well, police operatives are not collecting bribes from at the borders. He said no, that's not true. So he also then called for partnership in crime fighting with citizens that is structured towards community policing in every part of the state, assuring that there will be police visibility, proactive crime fighting, and control measures. But we've had commissioners come and go, but he's saying that they would be professional and apolitical in discharging their duties. But let's see how this one goes. But where he said there is no collection of bribes of any sort of compromise by security agencies in the borders. For those that have been at these borders, that has come in or go out of the states via these borders, like so many persons have been alleging, I'd love you to call in and share your experience with us on what transpired in these borders. If you are one of those that, like they allege, witness gave a bribe to a police officer, but he, like we reported earlier, he exonerated police officers, and he said that contrary to what the governor is saying, it is not true. Nobody's planning to use the police to sabotage anybody's efforts anywhere, especially in River State. So
in short, there is no recruitment of any new.
No, the CP is the one saying his own. No, governor said his own. They are recruiting, they are forming a task force that would man the borders. He has said his own, Until we hear something else from him, we're still expecting to see a task force that would be placed at these borders. But like we said yesterday regards the sanitation marshals, it would bring about employment in the state for some persons. It will take some people off the street and take them alleviate them from poverty a little bit. I don't know how much they'll be paying them. We're very certain of what they are paying at Akwa Ibom State, 30,000 naira, but we don't know what they'll be paying them here and if it will still go on, because we haven't heard anything from the governor since that particular announcement. But what do you think of what CP Mukan is saying about police not collecting bribes or not compromising in any way, especially those at the borders? What do you actually expect from this current regime? 95.1 FM.
Good evening.
Welcome.
Good evening to you.
Thank you. Let me just share a little knowledge I have about this border of the thing.
Okay.
Yeah. In this border, we are not really fighting war. You understand?
Okay.
And these police and whatever forces that are there, they are not fighting between forces and forces. They are mounting there between civilian and military. So there must easily be a free flow. Remember, a guy come from all the way from Lagos. This guy was still passing through this border. You understand?
Okay.
So what at least there for a governor to put task force there, it will be difficult for those task force to guide the border more than the policemen. So with my experience, the policemen are very good and other forces are very good than
the task force.
Task force.
But
task force can never do any job. Hello?
Yeah, the River State government didn't specify if the task force would be working alone or they'll be working with security agencies. There's no specification, but I don't know. Maybe they might be working with security agencies, but the task force will still be there.
If that should be the case now, there's going to be a problem between policemen and task force. Going to be
I'm not saying that is going to be the case. I'm just saying that he didn't specify if it's just task force that would be placed at these borders or they'll be with security agents.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in. 95.1 of them.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. Welcome.
Yes, can I about the lock be calling you from Baineke?
It's good to hear from you today. Go ahead.
Yes, I want to tell the new commissioner of police in Rivers State that we don't want any cat and dog between police and indigenous of Rivers State. In fact, we need honest. When something happens, when your men are at fault of something, just open up, tell them, is it this one you people did? You people are at fault. Bring your men, bring them, let the law face them. Like what happened to Chima Funado cannot be forgotten just like that, And instead of the former commissioner of police, Dandaura, to move, bring the men that perpetrated this act, but was busy now chasing the federal government agents, people that was here on official and approved by federal government.
Okay, so your point now is
and all that. We don't want him this time. We don't want this new commissioner of police to move with governor to like man borders, begin to take any federal government agent because of 10 billion, and maybe federal government did not give 10 billion, and at the end of the day,
how does that affect the borders and
what exactly are you talking about?
The borders and the task force?
Yes, if the border, the police manning border, and maybe you see anybody coming in and is being clear, allow the person to come or quarantine that person maybe after 14 days. You allow the person to do his job. What is this guys about taking them to cells, from cells to taking them to a court and other? All these things are not happening. If the governor says there will be a war between Rivers State government and federal government, and police is there.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I don't know exactly which of the topics you're talking of, but I think it has something to do with what the CP said. But what the CP is saying is that he said police are not taking bribes at borders, and contrary to what the River State governor said regards some allegations that federal government plans to use security agency to sabotage things happening in River State. He said, he's saying something like that isn't happening or wouldn't happen. But I don't know where you're coming from. If you don't mind calling back to explain better to us, I'd really love to hear from you. But in the meantime, some inhabitants of in Andoni local government, they are yet to return to their home following the activities of suspected cultists terrorizing the area. So our correspondent was at Asarama Ungo Ebukuma and Ikuru town. They reported that their properties were seen destroyed by the hoodlums that led a few inhabitants to flee their homes for safety. So one Julius Dan, while narrating how his building was razed, alleged that some politicians were responsible for the destruction in the affected communities, just as he said on River State government to intervene. He called on River State government rather to intervene and save the people from this particular hardship. Take a listen.
Some wicked boys, even we and native, the warriors, they don't come now, can't hold them. But second thing, as we see, not to destroy other people's house where you don't belong. Like my house, they don't destroy it. Where my people know they for that party. Now they run now. Even boys they catch up. They catch up. We know among my people they oversee. My other daughter. They oversee. Some the man I go Akwebo. But my house, they destroy it. I say, why? I come out that very day, ask the annual local government chairman, say, why all this can't be like this?
Okay, 95.1 FM. Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome.
Good evening to you.
Thank you. I'm calling from Omega. My name is Eric.
Eric, good to hear from you. Go ahead, please.
Okay, you see this matter in the border.
Mm-hmm.
Early before today, the report has come that the police are collecting bribes and allowing the vehicle to pass.
Well, some people have been making allegations like that.
Yes, and because of that, the former police commissioner set a committee again to monitor the security on the border.
Yeah, and he even paid a surprise visit to some of the borders, yeah?
Himself, exactly. Now, if the new commissioner of police who want to confirm, what are those squads set to monitor, what are the reports they are giving? Are they defending also the police who they have caught or not? So they should go and checkmate the report they will give.
Okay.
And confirm if the police are actually doing the right job or they're putting things by the corner. Because there is no way they're doing the right job that any tool that is not allowed, except the one carrying food stocks or any vehicle will just pass. And besides, one thing I also want to suggest to this state, let them set a team that will know with their equipment or instruments for test within the border. So that before you cross, they should test. If you are confirmed positive, they can send you back or they bring you in for where they will quarantine you.
Okay.
So
All right.
these are the things we should put in place. I know that there are so many donation of equipment. What about 15 billion has been made in that state? They should start making use of it within the borders and also to the rural areas. Because you know that the borders we have are almost in the rural area, like the one we have in Onega here at the Bima side. They can set one there. They should also help us to set other the COVID-19 team within the locality, not only on Port Harcourt in complete.
All right.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in. Good evening.
Hello, good evening, my sister.
Good evening to you.
Good evening to you.
Thank you very much. My sister, this night, I was very, very weak because of what I saw today. When I went to one of my brothers to go and visit them, because he has long that I saw them last.
Why are you going out? Are you not supposed to be at home?
No. I carry motor go.
Even if you carry motor go, why?
No, the total lockdown don't reach our place.
Hey, Professor Ekiti. See what we are talking about. Eh?
Not reach yet.
You reach your place, so ma tell you. Next time, no go.
Okay. Thank you, ma.
All right, sir. We're listening.
So what I'm saying is that this man, his wife just put into bed. If you see what they are eating, my sister, I nearly cry. I said, what happened? What's your car? Where's your car? He said that during that first time that our excellency announced the knockdown, the knockdown meet him at Owerri. So as he was trying to reach Port Harcourt, but there's no way he's looking for the money to steal his wife out of the hospital. So the LLA police division, they arrest him. Almost like 1 month now. This man's car was there. When I called their DTO, because I know their DTO, the DTO say the matter is not with them, with the River State government. I beg, I plead. You know that I pleaded for them. They don't even listen to us. So I want to beg our excellency, the commissioner of police, to help us look onto the matter. Person way that get about 4 children. That car is the one that is using small to maintain his family. So they should please release those cars for them and give them last warning, which I believe that they will take to the order of the commissioner of police and the excellency, because that car was there doing nothing there, and his family is suffering bitterly. So that is not my area report tonight. Please, I'm begging, because I know the DPO is somebody of integrity. You please listen to the man, when the man reach here, to release the car for him. Thank you very much.
All right, Professor Kitty, stay at home. 95.1 FM. Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome.
Thank you. My name is Everest. I'm calling from Cuba.
Welcome, Everest.
Thank you. I hear say that the two governors took meeting online to make a shutdown completely for 32 states. I don't know.
Well, there are talks regarding that for 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks. None of them have known the 36 governor bring any ideas, say, waiting this will go chop. None of them say, waiting this will go chop. Now only all of them sit down, agree only to shut down the whole 36 states in complete Nigeria. None of them say, waiting these people, where Nigeria get more than 200 and something million people, go chop. None of them. All the 36 states government, where all of us sit down, stand for son, vote for them. Their idea no corner say, even my own state governor, no say, waiting this will go chop. Only stop down. That is the if anybody dead for this country because of this shutdown, the blood of those people go there their head, though. Tell them, the blood of 80% Nigeria, when nothing happens, because shut us down, the blood go there for their head, though. That's my area talk.
All right. Good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening to you, Mr. Buchi, and how are you doing?
We're doing very well, thank you. You're welcome to the show. Salo West.
Okay. I just had the standby for Commissioner of Police.
Okay.
I think he just resumed duty. I didn't actually like the way he spoke, because he was not here when the governor made the allegation, and he had just resumed. I thought that as a good administrator, he could have said, I've had that security personnel. The governor didn't mention police specifically, but I thought that he should have said, I'm going to look into any kind of complaint concerning police. If any police is found wanting collecting bribe there, will be sanctioned. The way you read the address, shows the way you are going to walk, because his speech has started raising eyebrow everywhere. It's like it's coming for confrontation. And it's not, the address is not properly, it's not welcome at all. I want to advise him to work in harmony with the state governor. We want peace here. We don't want cat and dog. The commissioner of police will be fighting the executive administration. We don't want it in the state here. For COVID-19 is fighting hard. If two of them start fighting now, it will be more difficult for the citizens. Thank you.
All right, Talawes, thank you so much for calling in. We're just hearing, like you said, maybe it's because he's just getting to the States, but it's still allegations. There's no confirmed, this actually happened with proof and evidence and the rest of it. So they're all still allegations. And if he is saying that these allegations are not completely true or not true, maybe he has his reasons. And if the governor is saying that this is actually what's happening, he also has his reasons. 95.1 FM. Good evening.
Hello, Buchi.
Welcome.
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
That's Congo calling from Akuka village.
All right, Congo. Good to hear from you. Go ahead.
Okay, my sister. You see, when I heard what the new commissioner of police in the state said, in fact, I was not happy.
Why?
I begin to feel within my own respect whether he knows his job. Which, let me just ask you this question, don't be offended. How many weeks now that is in state?
So whether he's been here for forever or he's just getting here, how does that make? Because if he's a commissioner of police, I'm sure he has his facts, and he should. Before you get to that position, I'm sure you know what you're doing.
He is okay. Now, having known what he's doing, and that is the area, he's just new in this place. Has he studied this place? If the commissioner, the father of the place, will tell him, look at what is happening in my family. Is he not supposed to study the thing the man said first before he would act that way? As if he has a matter with the governor before. So I'm appealing to him. He should see the governor as himself. Let them work together in order to fight off this coronavirus in this state. Because the way he's behaving as if he has something in mind for the governor, which is improper. I don't like the way he reacted for now, because just coming. Let him study the place and now before he reacts to any alleged. Please, thank you very much, Lucy.
All right. Thank you so much. Well, lots of news this evening, lots of surprises. It's interesting. We have messages here.
Yeah, we have some messages here.
Go ahead.
And this is coming from George George. He said, good evening, presenters. My name is George from Umwewo Odego. I want to use this platform to call on River State Governor Wike to come to the plight of Odego clan to renovate Odego Community Secondary School located in Umwewo City. Thanks. And this is from STY Rumokparali. It says that, you see, Buchi, I'm not afraid of coronavirus, but the police. Statistics are shown that police is killing more than this pandemic. Do we really have a president in this country? No speech from Mr. President condemning these actions. Not written speech. It is unfortunate. This person said Governor Udom is right by saying that people should minimize their eating system because of the economy. Economy and bankers no sabi give gift. Well, I really don't understand the last part, but this is coming from Indifreke at Iriebe. And this one says, good evening, presenter. This security agencies likes brutalizing the people from the southeast and south, but in the northern part of Nigeria, they are sharing money and food to the people there. Obim in PH. Well, have you been there? Have you gone there? How did you get the information? Well, this person says, Buchi and Co. Well, there is no Co. My name is Bolu. Everybody is angry, including the law enforcement agencies, so there will be expected infringement on the fundamental human rights. Only selected few law enforcement personnel can handle their emotions when discharging their duties. Well, this person, no punctuation, nothing. Please, my fellow citizens, curtail the length of your argument with the law enforcement agencies. If one says something you cannot take, check if you can speak with his colleague instead of displaying your profile. And if all of them are on the same page, leave the place for good. AZ from PH. Well, how would the person leave the place when they are still on the person's neck, asking the person questions? This person says, my name is Honorable Obina Nwailechi from Akwa Iche. All the government is doing is to help us, but why for panic? Hey, well, I didn't really get that, but God help us all. That is all we have on the text message portal.
All right, 95.1 FM. Good evening.
Hello.
Turn off your listening device, please.
Yeah, I've done it, sir.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah. My name is Chris Oakridge. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Chris, you're welcome.
Yeah. About this allegation and the denying, one thing with the Nigerian government and the Nigerian police, I don't know if two of them, I don't know the one I can say this one is a good person or this one is good. All of them, I don't even know which type of politics they are playing. Everything in Nigeria is politics. You see this word allegedly. Until they remove that word allegedly, I'm telling you, that allegedly, is something that's destroying this country.
It's not destroying the country. If you have your facts, then prove it. Until proven, it will still be alleged.
Which other fact now that you want me to prove? Like, for example, now you're in studio, there, Abby?
Of course.
So, if I say that you anchor a program today, which
I allegedly anchored a program.
Did I say allegedly?
If you have pictures of me in the studio and recordings, then it's no longer allegedly. You have evidence.
So see, all these things that you see, like for example, when civilians tamper with a police officer, you hear a civilian killed, not allegedly, but when it happens where police or security officers shot a civilian or innocent, you see here allegedly. Sometimes I keep on asking, why are they treating people like this? Why are they behaving like this? Why are they using all this way alleged? See what is happening in this country. Assuming that we start from origin, telling ourselves truth. If you see yellow keke, say you see yellow keke. Not this one when you know that the keke that you enter is yellow. Media will ask you to say no, don't say it's yellow, so that the country will not, people will not say it's black. That is what is killing this. Assuming that the people, when you kill somebody, the military officer kill somebody, you mention the person, bring the person out. I don't know, I have said this, I don't know if we introduce, Moses law. That Moses law, when some of the people carry something to throw, God will say, if you know that you have not done this thing, first cast, all of them run away. If security officers are going around killing people, there will be a time that they introduce this law, you know, say,
Hello? Okay, I think we lost you there. It's actually time for us to go.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Bolu, your final words, please.
Well, all through today, we actually talked about police brutality. But then we should also do what is right, because if we do what is right, we won't have the cause to, talk about police officers harassing people or calling people, taking people to the police station. Meanwhile, you are also at fault. So I think we should also stay at home, listen to what they said. But in the case of them arresting people like journalists and some people that have been exempted, well, we really hope that the government would look into it and, would educate them more on what to do.
All right, help yourself, help others around. Be happy, stay happy, and do the right thing. Be thankful for the little you have, and most importantly, help others around you as much as you are trying to survive. Also remember that there are some other persons that need your help. Don't forget to help someone today. Have a beautiful evening. Thank you so much for being a part of Area Talk. Tomorrow is for Today's Woman, Cook and Eat, and Chatterbox. And of course, Bar 95. Don't miss out tomorrow. Boluwatife is her name, and mine is Buchira Fua. We did a program with you. Thank you for being a part of the program. Good evening.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
This one na for country people wey save money for any bank with license for Nigeria. Make una no worry about money wey una put for bank for inside this COVID-19 palava. Sake of the Nigerian Deposit Insurance Corporation, NDIC for short, dey protect am. NDIC and other agencies wey e concern don stand gidigba. Dey monitor all the banks. Make money wey you save no go get accidents. We give una assurance say your money dey safe pass for bank, not under bed where you wan go hide am. The protection of your money na sure thing when you go bank wey get license go keep am. Just check say NDIC get sticker for the bank, and if you been get money where you save for licensed bank wey don close down, you still fit to claim the money. Now to just go NDIC website for www.ndic.gov.ng. go fill form to show say now you get the money, or you fit send email give claims complaint at ndic.gov.ng. For more information, call us free of charge for 0800-6342-4357 or send email give helpdesk at ndic.gov.ng. NDIC, correct protection for your money with the bank.
Whether it's happening in Port Harcourt, South, Nigeria, or around the world, we've got you covered. On air, online, delivering balanced news and unbiased analysis. Today, 95.1 FM.
Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. News update.
A very good evening to you. Here's the news update on Today 95.1 FM. I am Coco Greg. A female police officer has been shot dead around Eneka community in Obiakwa local government area of River State. A correspondent gathered that the police officer was attached to the Eneka police division. While it is yet not clear who shot her, an eyewitness said she was hit by a bullet during a scuffle by some traders and members of the task force on street trading and illegal motor park. The eyewitness said the late officer was trying to defend the traders before she got hit by the bullet.
I saw a task force. There's a police car parking close to the woman that is dead now. At the end of the day, what I saw is gunshots. Then they shoot. The bullet now go straight to the woman, the police woman that is dead. That is what actually what happened. The police people left immediately, left their member here. And we are trying to pack some load from boys that is selling at Eneka roundabout. She was trying to defend them. And the process of defending them, running to her own life, the gunshot affected her.
The new Commissioner of Police River State Command, CP Joseph Mukan, has countered claims by Governor Nyesom Wike accusing security agencies of sabotaging the enforcement of order on border closure. CP Mukan, at his maiden media briefing at the command's headquarters on Moscow Road, Port Harcourt, also exonerated police officers from allegations that they collect bribes to compromise their duty. While assuring citizens of River State that there will be zero tolerance for corruption, the CP assured that he shall be focused, professional, apolitical and firm in discharging his mandate. The commissioner also called for partnership in crime fighting with citizens that is structured towards community policing in every part of the state, assuring that there will be police visibility, proactive crime fighting and control measure. Our correspondent Priya Izogo reports that the new commissioner of police assured that information and communications technology will be fully utilized in crime fighting. The River State government has arrested 22 traders entering the state from neighboring Abia State. The traders, who were arrested in 3 different sets, told newsmen that they live in Anambra and Abia States but usually do business in River State, claiming not to be aware that the lockdown was very serious in the state. In the meantime, River State Health Commissioner Professor Chike Princeville has said the 22 traders will be screened to ascertain their coronavirus status. The commissioner noted that after the screening, the traders will be tried in line with the extant laws in place to protect Rivers people. 21 out of 23 local government areas of River State have benefited from the first phase of the food items donated by Minister of Transportation Rotimi Amechi, friends and associates as palliatives to cushion the effect of coronavirus in the state. A correspondent reports that the non-governmental organization, the Green Nigeria Foundation Project, in charge of the distribution were in Akukutoru, Degema, Obiakbo and Port Harcourt City local government areas of the state, where beneficiaries commended the donors. Some of the beneficiaries who spoke to our correspondent said the food items would help sustain their families in this period of stay-at-home order by government.
What will you say, Yusuf? Yes, it's fine. We like it. If everybody is doing like that, there's no problem for River State. So we really thank Rotimi Amechi to give us this food. God bless him.
Waiting I want to understand now, and then try making thank you. Still not try for the help. At least Cindy, it can help me at least 3 weeks.
God will bless them. More progress and long life.
Yeah, we are very happy. We and the community chairman, we are very, very happy for you people to come and bring food for us, because we know that this time is hard. God will bless you people.
On his part, the national president of the Green Nigeria Foundation Project, Waribani Ezekiel, encouraged the people to continue to adhere to precautionary measures in the fight against the virus.
My advice to the people is, having collected these palliative materials, to continue to stay at home, to obey all government rules as announced and directed, because the givers of these palliative materials have actually given these to cushion the effects of the stay-at-home occasioned by this deadly disease. So everyone that has received these materials, so please maintain distance. Also wash your hands, use sanitizer where there is no water, and ensure you continue to stay at home. Stay away from crisis.
Ekiti State Governor Kayode Fayemi has said the 36 state governors are not competing with the federal government on their decision to declare lockdown for 14 days. Governor Fayemi, who is the chairman of the Nigeria Governors Forum, NGF, said this in reaction to the comments that trailed its interstate lockdown. He said it appears that the federal government is carrying too much weight in the fight against COVID-19, adding that the 2 weeks lockdown will enable the states to assist the federal government effectively. The governor's chairman, while appreciating the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, said the governors decided to take responsibility because they feel the NCDC and the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 are overwhelmed.
NCDC is clearly doing a lot of good work. Many of us
us admire Dr. Ihekwezu and his team. But it is also clear to us that NCDC is overwhelmed. NCDC is fighting more than it can chew. So we are actually helping NCDC and the